Welcome to Clicked Up TV. I bring you news on Juul, Juul. It's an electronic cigarette that has been commercialized and branded to lure in our children, our kids, that's right. Middle school, high school, anyone that's underage can be sucked in by these electronic cigarettes. Now, the Biden administration have stepped in and gave us signs as of Tuesday that it will develop a proposed rule to establish a maximum amount of nicotine level in electronic cigarettes, as well as other tobacco products. Now, that will essentially lower the amount of nicotine in products available in the United States. Now, though e-cigarettes have been allowed to remain on the market for years, in 2020, the FDA asked the companies to submit applications to keep their products on the market. So, not just Juul, but any manufacturer of electronic cigarettes. We're told by the FDA, if you want to continue to push your products on the shelf, you had to submit an application to keep the products on the market and the shelves across the United States. Now, Altria, which is the main corporate entity, which also sells cigarettes such as Marlboro, Virginia Slims, and Parliament cigarettes, is one of these, is on the chopping block so far as cigarettes that has been in the public eye as being abusive to kids. Now, these cigarettes is not your average cigarettes. Once again, they're electronic cigarettes. You pretty much vape to smoke. It's ran on a lithium battery. So there's a lot of vaping dangers that kids face. And 96% of high school kids in California alone has been vaping. And they get these kids addicted by vaping with these commercialized cartoon commercials and showing kid-friendly artwork, cartoons, and even the flavors that's in these electronic cigarettes. You have raspberry, strawberry, banana, menthol freeze, all different sort of enticing names that you'll see maybe on a popsicle or an icy that's now plastered on these electronic cigarettes. Now, these flavors are so high, concentrated, it masks the tobacco harshness. The harshness of the tobacco is pretty much covered by the flavor, the fruity flavor of these electronic cigarettes. So it's still a lot of chemicals in cigarettes. If kids are listening, this is very harmful. Adults, we need to wake up. You know, I'm quite sure in public spaces, in public places, you have seen kids walking down the street puffing out clouds. I mean, like atomic bomb clouds. And I've been a victim of being submerged in a cloud of strawberry flavored tobacco smells. And this is in a public place. I can be behind a car in traffic and someone's puffing on a electronic ciggy. It produces way more smoke than your regular cigarette. We have come a long ways, people. We have come a long ways from when your grandparents were smoking cigarettes, looking at those old cowboy westerns. You know, that's how they advertised cigarettes back in the day. They had all the actors and the actresses, you know, the handsome ones, the pretty ones, the ones that people wanted to grow up to be, smoking cigarettes. Then they start plastering billboards in every neighborhood across the United States to get kids hooked. Now the kids are grown and they need to find more strategic ways to lure in these kids. And how do they do it? The electronic way. Put any electronic device in front of a kid, they will soon be interested on the ins and outs of that device. Now, many tobacco companies use a highly concentrated form of nicotine called nicotine salts that's engineered for vaping. Tobacco companies often use nicotine salts in vapes instead of the regular nicotine from the tobacco plant. Nicotine salts allow higher concentrations to be inhaled more easily and absorbed more quickly than regular nicotine. Whether it's regular nicotine or nicotine salts, addiction is going to happen no matter what. But with the nicotine salts, addiction will happen faster, drastically faster, and can lead to further substance abuse. This is poison. Get this electronic cigarette away from your kid. I wouldn't say it's worse than the regular cigarette, because cigarettes itself is a disgusting thing, and it's a disgusting habit to have. Nicotine is poison. Nicotine is poison for the adolescent brain. Nicotine changes the way connections form in the brain. Nicotine can interfere with attention and learning. Nicotine can increase anxiety, mood swings, and irritability. Now, ain't that something? I'm quite sure if you walk around in public and ask people what is the means of them smoking cigarettes, and they're going to say to decrease their anxiety, to decrease their mood swings and their irritability. But nicotine is the opposite. It actually increases your anxiety, your mood swings, and your irritability. Come on, why put something on our body that's harmful? So once again, the Biden administrative has stepped up and they are making changes to get these e-cigarettes out of smoke shops, liquor stores, wherever they're stocked across the shelves of America. So stay tuned. I'm glad someone's doing something in regards to this. We need to teach our kids in regards to health and taking care of their body. Peace. I'm out.